Camcorder Comics, comic review for you. Hey man, Nicholas Vlars here, aka Super Divorce. Welcome to Camcorder Comics, where I'm doing a comic review with a camcorder. Taking a look at Ethan Van Sciver's Cyberfrog Blood Honey. Now, this book was part of a fantastic campaign. Really helped kick off the entire Comicsgate movement. Now, some people out there are going to say, well, Ethan didn't start Comicsgate. Comicsgate was a fan movement before the pros got involved, and the pros came in and ruined it and all that shit. Well, that's fine if you want to feel that way, but without this book, it fucking fizzles out, in my opinion. Remember this? I pulled up this page to remind everyone. Look at that. This was a big deal. This initial campaign, this is the initial campaign page for Cyberfrog Blood Honey, $538,000, and some extra hundreds there, 456 to be exact. Well, that did pretty well, didn't it? I remember following along, and when Ethan was just launching this campaign, I remember that live stream where it first launched, and he was amazed. I remember just gushing with gratitude when it hit like 50,000. He couldn't believe it, because he didn't know how this was going to do. I mean, it was a character that had not been brought out for a new issue in like whatever, close to 20 years or something like that, prior to Blood Honey. Now, this campaign was a lot of fun. To follow along, to enjoy the ride. I ended up getting some of the other perks. Maybe you remember these, maybe you don't. I'm not going to review the entire we're not going to flip through these, really. I could do a separate video about Amphibionics and Ashcan, and then also Cyberfrog 1998, The Diary of Heather Swain, which kind of gives you the very abbreviated backstory and sets you up, gives you all the info you need heading into Cyberfrog Blood Honey. So those were two fun little extras that were included. And speaking of extras, we got some of these items here. I can do this. Look, we'll shake those on out. You got this neat Cyberfrog decal. Some people like to call them stickers. I like to call them decals. We got ourselves a nice Cyberfrog bookmark, so you can mark your page in your book that you're reading. And a little set of trading cards. You got 2 cards in this pack, and this has become a staple of the Ethan Van Sciver movement. A whole gang of Cyberfrog cards out now. I've got a binder that I put my Cyberfrog cards in, as well as other cards that I get from various campaigns within Comicsgate. This has become also another Ethan Van Sciver, I don't want to say copied, Ethan Van Sciver inspired perk that is now included with many, many campaigns within Comicsgate. The old trading card trick. People like those. They're fun to collect. And it's nice to have an actual trading card like this that you can open up, and not just a trading card on your phone. Lots of people like the trading card games they get on their phone with the apps and all that horse shit. But old-fashioned trading cards are always nice. Now, there were some variant covers for Cyberfrog Blood Honey. This is one of them. This was the team-up cover featuring Salamandroid and Cyberfrog there, doing a nice little fist bump. And I love this color. I mean, all the artwork is just fantastic, and the game and the heat brought to the equation by Kyle Ritter, just top notch. Absolutely. there's another Salamandroid cover. Let me bring you right over here. I've got it hanging up. Look, I've got an additional Cyberfrog right there. Look, it's kind of crooked, isn't it? Well, that's because these damn things don't hang as they should. I need to try and fix that. I'm sorry. That's kind of embarrassing. But look at that. There's another Cyberfrog cover featuring Salamandroid, and I believe that is kind of the most sought after of the Blood Honey covers. I believe that was the most limited one, if I recall correctly. There's another Ethan cover right there, the Vampirella crossover. That's from Rebirth, Green Lantern. Some more fantastic shit. There's an old Cyberfrog. Back over here. So we got this one, we got that one. We did some line art covers too, which were really nice. We got those, and I also picked up the, what did you call it, the draft version with just the blank white cover, but I have that stored away in a box somewheres and just didn't. It's not remarkable enough for me to go and dig through to show everyone because it's just a plain white cover, and it's, you know, no one's gonna shit themselves. No one's gonna shit their pants over the fact that I didn't show you that, and no one would have shit themselves if I had shown it. So it's fine to leave out. So here we go. Cyberfrog Blood Honey. What's it all about? Had the nice chromium ass cover on it, all caps right there, and this nice look. There's me. You see, if you were curious, if you thought, oh, he's not really using a camcorder, this is probably a filter he put on the video he took on his phone. He probably used a filter and threw it in on Adobe Premiere with some fancy ass newfangled filter, and nope. Look at that. We're using a camcorder. This is Camcorder Comics. And this is the thing about these types of chromium covers is this is like my reading copy, so it's a little dinged up. But I've got, you know, as I showed you, the crookedy one up there. That one is the more pristine version. And I don't know if you can see this or not. This is something to talk about real quick if I can get it to pick up on cam. It's going to be difficult. I don't know if it's going to show, to be honest with you. There were a couple slits in this. It looked like it might have been on top of the box, and the person who was opening the box maybe took a razor blade and sliced across. There were like a couple slices, and you know, I wasn't trying to be a dick. I wasn't being pushy, but I let Ethan know, and almost immediately he had shipped out a replacement for me. And I had offered to send this back. I was like, look, no big deal. I'll send this old copy to you, and if I can get a new one, that'd be awesome. And he's like, just keep it. He's like, keep it. Give it to a friend. Hang on to it, whatever you want to do. And he shipped me another one. Top-notch customer service right there. Okay? So this is my reading copy. It's signed. As you can see on the inside, there's the chromium. That was a big deal, because this was another selling point. Ethan was talking about it. He was like, you know, people always want to see themselves represented in comics, and you can do that. I can see myself holding this camcorder represented in Cyberfrog Blood Honey. I mean, it doesn't get any more personalized than that. And you can do the same. If you own a copy of this, you open it up, you're represented right there. Right on the front inside cover. I mean, what more can you ask for? You got your credits. This was kind of a scandal. Let me show you this. Look right here. See that? There were like these little sort of wavy waves on the pages. And some of the people who hate Ethan, I recall when this book first shipped out, they were pointing at this. And they're saying, look, look at the horrible the horrible fucking, what would you say, the quality. That's what I was looking for. It's horrible quality because it's got this, what's the word they used? Was it flocking? I don't remember what the hell they called it. It was some bullshit. I've seen this millions of times in other comics that I've read over the years. I remember in particular that this was a scandal around the time that, like, the Donny Cates Marvel modern masterpiece. I say that with a bit of my tongue over my cheek. Absolute Carnage had a lot of this in it, so it's like, look, it's fine. It's not that big of a deal, you know. You're nitpicking. Calm down with your ass. So it's split into several parts. In part one, you've got you've got the sort of semi-origin story, giving you a quick introduction to Cyberfrog. That's a cool shot right there. It reminds me, you see them all powered up and shit at the very beginning, and it reminds me of, in video games sometimes, they'll start you off at the very beginning and you've got all these awesome powers, and you've got like awesome blasters and shit, and your health is just like infinite, but then something catastrophic happens, and you end up losing all your powers, and then you have to go away and try to regain your former glory and all this stuff. So that's kind of what happens in Cyberfrog Blood Honey. That's another fantastic shot right there. You start out with the power up. Shit goes down. The Vizpiz come to town. These, not him. Not Rumblebee. He's not one of the Vizpiz. Cyberfrog thinks that he might be in cahoots with these guys. These alien wasps that come to Earth, and they will grab people up like you see right here, and then they will use their blood to somehow turn it into honey, and they use their skin as sort of the material to create their nests and shit. So it's a bad deal. And look at this, the larva snacking and munching on the blood honey right there. This is a sick panel right there. That's awesome. It's one of my favorite panels in this book. It might be my favorite. I don't know. It's just nasty. They did a fantastic bang-up job with that, But, long story short, these alien wasps invade Cyberfrog and Salamandroid right there. They fail to stop the invasion. They're not able to do it. There's Bill Clinton, because this was back in the old Clinton years in 1998. Great two-page spread right there. Just feels cataclysmic and dire, If you don't have this book, you can go and pick it up on Ethan's eBay shop still, So you should do that. But they're not able to stop the invasion, and then years later, Cyberfrog awakes from his slumber. He gets injured in the battle, goes down into the water, goes into a kind of hibernation mode, and wakes up many years later, and we're in like current times here, and this is what's happened. This is what the landscape looks like. The Vizpiz have taken over They have used the human bodies and the skin to make their nests. They've made all their blood honeys, and you know, and then at the end of it, right here, Cyberfrog meets back up with Heather Swain, his old buddy from back in the day. That's Heather Swain's little girl right there, telling her mom that Cyberfrog is back. And then you got some bonus materials, some nice shit, some pages and artwork from the very first Cyberfrog stuff, which, if you're interested in that, I'll probably do another video on this at some time. This is the Cyberfrog warts and all complete 90s collection, and the Frogapalooza zine. We'll get into that. This is a really neat collection for people who want the backstory, want the whole thing. Even though you don't have to know everything that happened in the 90s Cyberfrog, it's just cool to go through it and to have that frame of reference when you're reading the new shit. Even though it's not necessarily canon anymore, some of that stuff's been discarded. Actually, I think a lot of it has. But anyway, it's fun. Okay, it's fun, and that's what comics are for, and that's what this video is for. And I hope that everyone enjoyed this little camcorder jaunt through Cyberfrog Blood Honey. And like I said, if you haven't read this yet, if you don't have a copy of it, go to Ethan's eBay store, and I believe you can still get yourself a copy of Cyberfrog Blood Honey there. Quick shipping, quick turnaround time, lots of merch on sale for you to have and hold. And I mean, what can you say? All Caps Comics, showing a new way forward for comic book creators and fans alike. And Ethan Van Sciver, the godfather, the Tony Soprano of not just Comicsgate, but comic books in general. You know, at some point, people might have said that was Todd McFarlane. I don't think so anymore. I think Todd's lost his edge. Todd's lost his edge, especially after that Warren Ellis debacle. A lot of people have really brushed that situation to the side, haven't they? They kind of let that go. I haven't. Anyway, that's that. Cyberfrog Blood Honey. Fantastic. Until next time, everyone, you know, sub to the channel. Bong the gong for notifications so you know when new videos go live. Comment below if you got anything, share with your friends and all that horse shit. And until next time, take real good care, keep kicking ass, love you lots. Lord willing, I'll be back very soon with another video for you to watch. Bye-bye.